Hi there, I hope you have a lovely day. Welcome to the budgeting part or budget breakdown part of my salary, however you want to call it. And because I presented to you in the last video, very long video, actually, the monthly, or let's say the setup in a calendar. And now I'm just going to go about the summary, how much money I have to spend on a monthly basis and the total sum. So maybe as a recap, my pay period started on the 24th, and I believe I will receive my new salary maybe 23rd of May. So this is my guess. I consider this, as my May period, May salary, and thanks to last month, I had actually last month's salary, I had a bonus included in this one, and this cost for me a rollover of 1,589 euros and 47 cents, plus my additional salary was deposited to my bank, of course, for the month of May, and I have now this total income. Both of these are my income. There might be other incomes as well, because I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. Let's say selling via, selling old clothes, old stuff, that are accessories that I don't need anymore, and so on. So it might be there is more to come, but for now we have this income. Okay, then let's have a look at my fixed expenses. I know that some people don't consider some of the stuff that I mentioned here as fixed expenses, because the amount varies from month to month for some. And for me, I consider them as fixed because I need to pay them no matter what, even if the amount, differs. I'll give you an example. For example, here, my mortgage, currently the mortgage fee or the minimum payment that I need to do is 615 euros and 85 cents, but I make an additional payment of 388 euros additionally. This amount is fixed. This one, because of this additional payment, can be reduced per month, and this will be decided by the mortgage company. Every month I get a new amount, etc., that is due. But I try to hit always as a threshold the 1,000 euros threshold. So 615 plus 388 is for me right now 1,003 euros and 85 cents. So 1,4. But of course, it can be that next month meaning now for June, I will pay, of course, below 1,000. That can happen, but this is what I budget now as a cost, the 1,385 euros, and I don't know the actual amount, because last month I had to pay this amount. When I say last month, of course, just to as a recap here, this mortgage, here, this mortgage will be the 1,003 euros, but then once this amount, let's say, is revised, I might be below 1,000 euros. I don't know yet, or 1,001 euros, it can happen. So that's one thing. So, but for now, I say I still need to pay 1,003 euros. Then utilities. What do I understand under utilities? The electricity, gas comes from one company, which charges me in a monthly budget plan 50 euros for it, and water is from another company, 61. So for the time being, this amount or these costs are fixed. Of course, they will be revised depending on when the companies look at my yearly usage and determine that the monthly amount has to be increased or decreased. And I can also have the choice to say, what, I don't like the fee or the amount that you suggest to me to have set up as a monthly amount for the payments. I will still keep the 50 euros, or I will increase it myself. So, but this is for now 61 euros, so no discussion about that. Car insurance as well as liability insurance, homeowners insurance is here in this one, 44 euros. I believe it's 43 euros, but I just said 44. I just rounded it up. Travel insurance, 10 euros. It is actually 9 euros and some change, but let's say 10 euros. My funeral insurance, 5 euros. It's below 5 euros, but still I round it up. For internet, the same thing, 36 euros. It is 35 euros something. Card tax. Card tax, every month I get either charged 22 euros or 23 euros. So I am not sure. Let's say I go with 23. I'm still good to pay the 21 and I have 1 euros left as a rollover, so to say. Telephone, the same thing. It can be from month to month. I might charge 9 euros, or if I made an outgoing call, 9 euros and 15 cents or something like that. Let's say 10 euros. Now, homeowners association. The actual amount is also something with 260 euros and some change, but I rounded it up to 261 euros. Now, there are some costs. I looked up what I have as other costs, for example, and for now, I'm just adding also this one here. I have, of course, my mortgage as a debt, so this will change, of course. Let's say the balance will change. That's why I don't put it here again, but I just put it just to make it clear for you. I will mention in another video my sinking funds and my binder setup, so that will also be upcoming. If you're interested in that, have a look into that video. Then the school stipend and the dental costs, again, I need to save for that one. So, okay, now if I calculate everything together, I should have done 615.85 plus 388 plus 61 plus 44 plus 15 plus 36 plus 23 plus 10 plus 261. We will have something like 1,400 as a total. Let's say total for this 1,053.85. So, which is not bad, which is maybe the amount, of my rollover, but I didn't include in this one, of course, my variable expenses, because variable expenses, I need to make you aware of it. For example, here with the grocery, because if you have seen my monthly breakdown of my costs, I will be the last 2 weeks of the month in India, so I will be not spending anything here locally, right? So it might be that the first 3 weeks of the month in May, I might go and sporadically buy me something from the shops and so on to prepare, but I also try to use up some stuff that is in my freezer so that I don't need to buy, except for some vegetables maybe, but I think I will stay below 150 euros plus. I still have rollover 40 euros. I didn't mention it here, but maybe I should write it here down. It makes it a little bit confusing for you, but rollover of 45 euros something-ish from the month of April. So, again, and I will also explain what I mean with rollover. For example, for my groceries, I am using one debit card from a different bank, not my main bank, and there I deposited the money of 150 euros, and every time when I do, for example, shopping food related, let's say dining out, eating out, buying something from my company's cafeteria, canteen, etc., I use that card. I also, of course, for my regular shopping, I use that card, so that keeps me also on track, let's say, with the spending, as well as I know for a fact there I cannot go over 150 euros, or else I need to recharge again this card. I kind of treat it as a kind of prepaid debit card, so to say. So that's why, even if I calculate 150 euros, I still have the 45 euros left from the previous month, so that's fine. With gas, I am not sure if I will budget anything for gas for the month of May. Why? Because I filled up my car on the 22nd of April, and in my case it's like this. I live 10 minutes away by car from my workplace, so let's say 20 minutes. So the distance, 20 minutes, is not that big, and my car is very economical. It is a manual car, and the manual cars, when you know the technology, they are not using so much gas as if you would have an automatic car. So because I have a small engine in the car, the thing is with that car, I don't spend so much gas. I don't need to fill it up. So the last or the best measurement that I had was for one, I filled it up one time, and then I could drive at least 1.5 months without filling it up again. But let's say, for example, if I go to Germany to visit my family and so on, I might need to fill up my car at least 2 times. Before I go, I will use half of the gas tank, and then when I come back, I need to fill it up in Germany as well. For example, before I return, that's also one tank. So it can happen that I have to fill up actually 2 tanks because I use up so much gas, But usually, if I just stay here and just go from my workplace home and vice versa, I get along with 50 euros per 1.5 months, all fine. The similar situation is for spending. What do I understand under spending is, for example, I use also my credit card as a kind of measuring tool how much I can spend. Here in this case, for example, for actual spending on the credit card for the term of May, I will try to hit the 170. I am not sure, of course, when I'm in India what I will spend there or not, but if it was a regular month, without the business trip, etc., etc., I would try to keep the 170. Last month I had a little bit of a mishap in the sense like that I overspent, and I know, for example, there are some, I call it just cost spending, and I checked it. It will be 26 euros that I need to pay for my credit card as a credit card payment for April. Okay, so the new term for May starts from May 6th, and then if I say, with 170 euros, I'm happy, also in India, of course, but I am not sure about it yet. So this is what I'm figuring right now. Everything can happen. I might see something that I really, really want to buy, and I might do that. Also, my friend asked me to buy some perfumes in India, and that will also, how can I say, hit my credit card, but I will ask him, of course, to reimburse me, maybe via PayPal and so on, and then we will figure something out. But this is what is happening right now. So this is cost spending for April CC. I'm just writing it down like that so you understand why I'm having it here as this. So now for mortgage, again, this goes into that category here. Again, I don't know how much I will spend. The balance, if you see my debt video, that's currently around 147,000. But yeah, school stipend, I need to set up a savings or singing fund for that. Dental, I also started to save some bits and so on. So I might also, how can I say, go over my sinking funds as well as the binders, and then I will let you know how much I have already for each and every category and what categories I have and so on. Again, the closing or checking of this budget, that will happen when I return back from India, and that will be around the June 8th. I will come back. So maybe if I have the chance, I might do the coming weekend, then June 14, 15 or something like that. I don't have it in my mind right now. Wait, let's see. So maybe 13th, no, 13th, 14th is not. Maybe the 6th, I don't know why Saturday is not mentioned on this one. It's funny. So, yeah, Saturday 15th maybe. I might do a check-in for April and let you know how much I have spent or not spent, if I could keep it, of course, my spending and so on. But this is what I can say right now for May. And then, of course, there will be also a different view for June, because June, the first week, I will be out of the country. So I might do a setup while I'm in India, just to have the theoretical part, which the fixed costs that I know that will hit my bank account, I will write them down. But of course, the actual spending, let's say local spending in that sense, here local, I mean in the Netherlands, of course, home spending will happen when I return and so on. And then I might need to fill up grocery, my fridge and refrigerator and so on. And yeah, anything else that I've considered I want to buy and so on. So I will just think about it that when the time comes. So anyway, this was my budget breakdown now in this table format. I hope you enjoyed it. I see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.